Here are some photos we took of our field sites in Chile and Brazil, which also relate to the perceptions we, as well as local people, tend to have about social mobility and inequality. The advantage of having social media is that we can also see how the people that live in these localities represent themselves, the others around them, and also the locality. That is what we will see now. Let's begin by looking at what the people from the Brazil field site share on social media. If we could choose one word to describe the main motivation for sharing, it would be beauty. Everything is specially considered and weighed. The hair must be right, the clothes must be right, the makeup must be right, and the angle of the photo especially must be right. By only looking at the photo, we may fail to see how much effort is put into crafting these images. The photo you see right now may appear to you as perhaps just a reflex shot taken during a calm day at the beach, but it's not that simple. We must remember that this is a working-class village. Photos that people share on social media fail to include many of the prominent visual elements within their own village, such as exposed brick walls. Teens and young people especially avoid using the village as background because it displays poverty and backwardness. Instead, they prefer a sense of style that shows them as modern. Going to a gym may be a rather normal thing in some parts of the world, but there it shows personal achievement. Given the costs of gym membership, it's a claim to economic resources. Do you notice how the background is always neutral? And here is a possibility to show what a nice phone you have. Swimming pools are among the greatest signs of prestige, and it doesn't matter that the pool is not yours, because it's not about pretending to be rich, it's about showing that you have aspirations in life. Eating is also very symbolic in a poor place, and beef is a particularly important sign of prosperity. Until recently, these families would not have budgets to buy beef at all. Barbecues are a clear display of status, and it's so important that it makes the background brick wall less important. They now can celebrate their kid's birthday just as they see on TV soap operas. So Facebook may not be so much a place for people to communicate or keep in touch, but more a place to affirm that they are no longer at the bottom of society, to show that they can consume at shopping centers and not just be there as cleaners and waiters. The situation in Chile is very different. They are not very conscious about where they take their photos. They're more concerned with showing the reality of their daily lives rather than creating an image of social mobility. It is perfectly acceptable to post photos of themselves waiting in line to pay their phone bills, of their feet while watching The Simpsons or a football match on TV, or even selfies on street corners that are looking run down. A street corner picture showing exactly the type of surroundings that Brazilian teens would think make them look backward and poor. Similarly, it's very popular in the Chilean field site to post photos of work. Sometimes these are selfies and sometimes they just show the view from where the person is working. Here, a firefighter snaps a picture during a planning meeting. Since most people work in the service industry, like at a restaurant or in their own family business, or work in manual labor jobs in mining or at the port, these pictures do not depict a glamorous working life. In this photo and the following, different miners take selfies while on the job. They show pride in having a job and being able to provide for their family. Particularly for men who work long hours and don't get to see their family as much as they would like, it is important to express their toil at work as a way in which they love and support their family. Here's an employee of the technical car examination station snapping a selfie. Here are two supermarket employees posing for a photo at work. Even when posting photos of quote-unquote the good life, people in the Chilean field site do little to show off. This pre-party photo is of hot dogs with various toppings. Here, a young man captures his Friday night sitting around at home drinking beer. By contrast, people in Brazil show pride not through the work they have to do for a salary, but the prized consumer goods that they struggle to possess and puts them above those who have not reached that level.